Hello viewers, you are staying with campuslive24.com and we welcome you all for this session. And you know that campuslive24.com is always trying to show you something exceptional. And from that sense, today we have come here to make a special outstanding session. And this is Mohammed Abdul Jalil staying with you from University of Rajshahi. And today we have welcomed an MPhil fellow who is currently studying at Institute of Bangladesh Studies at University of Rajshahi. So his name is Muhammad Rustam Ali. So let's go back to him to discuss the special session. Hello brother, how are you?
Yes, Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. And what about you?
Yes, Alhamdulillah, I'm also fine today. And what are you busy now?
Yes, I'm currently working as an fellow. You mentioned that, and that's why I'm busy of my research because I'm going to become my MPhil dissertation, the PhD dissertation. So that's why it's a bit of busy time and around the project and then so many social activities inside my community and outside of my community. So that's why a bit of busy right now.
Oh, mashallah. So we should start the session today.
Yes, sure. Nice
so
to
please,
meet you.
we are going to discuss about how to develop a nation actually. What do you think?
Actually, it's very interesting because as a youth, we need to understand that what is the development of our nation. First of all, the national development is the capacity of a nation to rise the standard of living of its residents. So that's why the whole development is always needed to be for the citizens.
Well, thank you very much for your answer. And so now we have to discuss about how the education system can help to develop the nation.
That's a very interesting question. Now, actually, to be honest, Bangladesh education system is not comfortable one to with the developing countries or developed countries. So that's why there are plenty of working activities need to be developed to repolish our education system. But I think as a youth, the few areas we need to be developed very urgently. First of all, the full free education is always required because Bangladesh is a such country where diversity of people, different background, different group of people based on economic status, and they are coming in a same umbrella, that means institution. That's why we need to ensure that all education for all people and all youth.
Well, thank you very much. We know that education is the backbone of a nation. So the only thing that can help you to make a civilized, to make a developed nation, that is education. So definitely we should make it very open to all and very free of cost. That will help us to make a developed nation. And so what do you think that we have lots of nations in this world currently who are very developed, but as a third world country, Bangladesh is lagging behind. They are not able to cope with the developed nations. So do you think that we have the ability to be a developed nations, and what are the possibilities, what are the strong zones of ourselves to make a developed nations?
Yes, you are absolutely right because Bangladesh is plenty of possibilities to develop anything in forward actually. So first of all, as a youth, we need to take action forward because education is the main purpose of our developing perspectives. Because all of the aging group like youth, we need to come up with a proper education and proper guidance and proper education system. So in this regard, first of all, I would say the uniform curriculum need to be developed. This is the important one. The uniform curriculum that must be ensured the proper education. But very unfortunate to say, currently Bangladesh, there are lots of academic curriculum and from different universities. So that's why the appropriate education is always have to be hampered. I think.
Yeah. You have said well, and I personally think that a country's population is a great asset. So we Bangladeshi have a great number of population, a massive number of population. If we can turn the population into an asset, our nation will easily be developed. So we should also make the population of this country very educative, very hardworking, and they should be developed with their moralities. Okay, what do you think about this?
Yes, actually, education is always needed for any purposes, not for economic development and the youth development. And when you reconstruct our society, you may think that everything is possible when we develop our nation. So education is always the footprint, actually the first one. So that's why we need to improve our educational system and curriculum so that our youth can learn and can teach so many good things for their nations.
Okay, you have said an excellent idea, and we expect that our authority will take necessary initiative to make the population into a great asset. And the next thing we want to say that we Bangladeshi have 4 million students, and it's definitely a great number of people. Okay, so what do you think that the youth, I mean the youth generation, what are the key responsibilities of the youth generation to make the nation a civilized and developed nation?
Actually, it's a big responsibility for our youth because actually we are a part of our development perspectives. Actually, so we need to share our ideas and share our experience, what experience we are learning from our institutions for our community. So because community people always very marginalized group, so they have to teach something new, because as a campus life we always learn so many new things and so many experience we have been gathering. So we need to actually supply our ideas to the community people or ordinary people so that they can understand the importance of development of our country. So as the youth we have a big role to play for developing our nation.
Okay, mashallah, you said an excellent idea that youth are the key characteristics of a nation. So if the youth become asset, and definitely the nation will be turned into a developed nation. So what do you think that how the youth can develop themselves to ultimately develop the nation? At first, Socrates said that know thyself. So, what you will say towards the youth generation to develop their personal interests, personal experiences, personal knowledges? How do you judge this?
Actually, first of all, we need to understand the value of our skill. So that's why we need to focus our developing on our skill so that we can contribute uh, our actually ideas and our activities to develop our nation. So that's why the skill-based education have to be acquired first of all, and it will cover the few things: the leadership skill, computer skill or IT skill, and the working with mass communication, the different types of skill, that also the package of skill development process. So we have to consider that, because as a potential youth we need to improve our skill, otherwise we are not to be part of the developing process. So I think this is important.
Yes, you have said well that in order to build the nation, in order to build a developed nation, the youth should play a vital role, and that can be done only by the developing of the youth only. They should develop their moralities, they should develop their knowledge, and this can be done with the help of reading much and much. They should read only the world-class books, and by reading the world-class books they can enrich themselves, and ultimately then they should engage themselves to develop their developed nation. Okay, and we are at the end of the session, and do you have special saying towards the nation, like any special feedback towards the civilized, I mean youth generation?
Actually, it's a very interesting question. Actually, hardly. Actually, from bottom of my heart, actually, I love my country too much. That's why I love my youth generation. So my is also permitted. So that's why we are also want to be part of this development process. So that's why my voice to the youth group is that you must rely on yourself. Don't rely on the nations or anything. So every process will be manageable if our mindset is growing. So if our mindset to improve ourselves, So that will help us to understand the whole process, and the system will be developed permanently. So don't worry that. So don't blame anyone. So blame just only on your ideas and your development process. So that's all. I encourage all of the youth group to participate all of the national programs, so that our country will actually our country is benefit much more.
Yeah, and thank you very much, our MPhil fellow, Mr. Rustom brother. He gave us an excellent idea about the building of the nation, about building the developed nation, and we should expect that our youth generation will take it seriously, and they will build themselves to the greater welfare of the country. And we also thank our elder brother, your elder member, MPhil fellow, for giving us his valuable time, and hope for him the best. And dear viewers, we also welcome you all, and also give you thank to join with us. And I am wrapping the session today, and I am Mohammed Abdul from University of Rajshahi. Thank you for all.
And thank you campuslive24.com and for inviting me, and wish you all the best, and hope to good times.
Yes, thank you.